No steroids can make you hit what I'm pitching. Chef KB is back in the kitchen. You niggas is scratching. My niggas is itching. Don't keep pacing. Watch these dudes blow they pistons. Yes, nigga P stands for polish. None of y'all is fucking with this, and this is obvious. I'm Ron Artest, laying down to your garbage while my niggas in the street pushing shit like Ben Wallace. And anyone can get it, even fans in the stands. These guns is a Sundokan. I'm no Cheeto. Trust this is Rio. Everything is grande, nothing is poquito. Fire fan behind me with the torpedo, cause the wrist stay frigid. How you say frijo? What's up, y'all? It's the Friday edition of Burn It Down with Kim Brown. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this good Friday. Y'all frijo? Is everybody cool out here? We cool? We cool? Well, we about to warm it up just a little bit. What? So give us a minute here. We about to get into the thing. Thank you guys so much. We starting off a little late, but no worries. We still going to be right on time as we tend to be. And listen, guys, I'm looking in the chat. Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, did you guys say? Wait, did y'all want to hear me do Jay's verse on the Drop It Like It's Hot remix? No. I don't think I can do that. Okay. Here we go. I got haters on my jizzok, plus the freaking kizops, all of who want to hit me with shizots till I drizzop. Thank God for hip hop, or I be in the bizox, jail or casket. Either way, you resort. But now I'm so fresh, you could smell me through a ziplock. Mr. S Dizot, shit don't stizzop. Too much pizzazz for these piss ass niggas to get past. Too cool for kazops to cuff his ass. Snitch ass, they can't get the ball. These niggas giving out cases like a liquor store. Running to the DA trying to get me for all the money he made. I'm like, forget the law. I'm not frizzade. It's jizzade. Homie, you got pizzade. Take it like the man, the flow ran you off the stiz age. Wasting your time trying to sue West Dot. Tell your lawyer, type that civil case and drop it like it's hot. Spend that money, honey. Drop it like it's hot. I'm sorry. I had to kick it off with a little verse. I was feeling a little versy. I was feeling a little versy because it's diss track season, beloveds. Is it not? Is it not diss track season? 'Tis the season for all the diss tracks. Thank you guys for coming on into the joint. We got some good stories on deck for y'all. Should we have time to get into it? I would very much like to give you the latest on the saga of Marilyn Mosby. And I know you guys are so sick of hearing about some fucking Marilyn Mosby. And I know you guys are like, Kim, come on. This is like your 10th story about Marilyn Mosby. It's giving obsessed. And guys, I'm just trying to match energies, beloved, because it was giving obsessed when Marilyn Mosby was trying to prosecute Keith Davis Jr. 6 times for some shit that he did not do. Meanwhile, not prosecuting at all the police that shot Keith up 30 fucking times, right? So we're just trying to match energies. If I'm giving obsessed, it's because she was giving obsessed, okay? And I'm all about matching energy, guys. I think energy matching, I think sometimes is normal. As much as people, and we, I think, at a certain level of adulthood, would like to believe that, I can kind of stay above the fray. We don't have to, we don't have to dig into the mud. We don't have to go tit for tat. The problem is, kids, that leads people into silence and not being vocal about the treatment that they are either receiving or on some level about the conduct that is being exhibited and displayed. Okay. And sometimes silence is not the answer, beloveds. It isn't. It really isn't. Hold on, I'm trying to get into the chat here. Sorry, I just heard myself. My bad. So yeah, we got some things to get into. Hold on, let me say what's up to the chat. What's up, chat? Shout out to Anna Hart. Anna, thank you so much for dropping the information for the folks about us running late. Shout out to Abby. Thank you, beloved Abby. Shout out to everyone that came to the 5K the hard way Zoom party that we had Thursday night. We had a nice little crowd. It even got a little spicy in the in the party, but that's what it's about, guys. You know what I'm saying? If you can give it, you better be sure that you can take it as well, right? So we appreciate the support that helped get the channel to 5,000 subscribers. This would not have happened without the Fire Fam, with y'all material support and immaterial support. The fact that folks show up here week in and week out to chat, to comment, to engage, to dialogue with yourselves, that to me means just everything. beloveds. It means absolutely everything. So thank you guys for coming here and showing up. Let me say what's up to the folk them. There go Renee Johnston. What's up, Leo? Thank you, Renee, for making the time. There goes Anna Hart. Anna, thank you as always. And there, Learn Life Abby, thank you as always. Big up to Latif. Big up to my sister in Court. Big up to my son Tyler. My mods in here. Chuck Diesel might even show his face around this motherfucker a little bit. What's up, Holly Horn? Hey, Holly, good to hear from you as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Candy, thank you. Thank you, Candy Rain, my love. Y'all know how it goes. How the song go? Do you? Yo, we so for real in the hood. We make candy rain. I can easily send you to God, but come and see me at the Plaza Hotel. I might give you a job. If you can't remember the name, all you gotta do is ask the days for the niggas that deliver it hard. We go make it. We go make it. We go make it. We go make it. See, now that's a hip hop that's how you uplift right there, Jada Kiss and motherfucking Styles P. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the frill shit. That's how you uplift the community with a jam like that. I can easily send you to God. That's upliftment. You know what I'm saying? Send them to the Lord to get well. What's up, Alicia? Nat A, thank you, baby. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for being in here. Lady Alex, thank you so much. Peace to the God MC. David Silberg in the building. Big Pun came through to drop a couple verses, drop a couple puns, I'm sure. Drop a couple puns, I'm sure. Well, good. I'm very encouraged to see not only the BIDWKB All-Stars in the building, but the Black Power Media All-Stars in the building. And that's where we're going to get started tonight, beloveds, because as I am positive, hold on, let me say what's up on everyone on the vertical stream. Hey, this is Bernadette with Kim Brown. We air every Tuesdays and Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern. Please like the video, engage with the content, consider subscribing. We rolling, you know what I'm saying? Bitches be rolling. That's us. We bitches and we be rolling. It's me, I'm bitches, and I be rolling all in a myriad of ways. So anyway. So let me get again to the topic at hand, everybody. So let me straight up. Thank you guys for liking the channel. Burn it down with Kim Brown. Like, share, subscribe, etc. So if you are a channel member of Black Power Media, chances are you received an email like this in the recent hours. Will, if you could slap up that YouTube screenshot. Because YouTube alerted Black Power Media channel members that the channel memberships have been paused on the channel. And I'm certain you guys were looking up the email like, the fuck? what does this mean? YouTube even gave channel members the option to cancel the membership. And again, I'm certain that this raised questions, concerns, and perhaps even some eyebrows. So let me make it clear, everybody. Black Power Media has been demonetized by YouTube. YouTube sent out a notification, I believe, to the channel owners some point last night or this morning, alerting them that a video that had been uploaded violated the terms and conditions of the community, whatever the fuck, of YouTube, right? So there is no question that the channel has been demonetized for 90 days, and there's no question what content it was that got the channel this strike. I want to be clear here, everybody. You guys know this. You guys know how tenuous and perilous it is in these YouTube streets. Yep, that's the email. Did y'all get the email to look like that? Raise your hand in the chat if you got an email that looked like that and you was in confusion as to what it is. So you guys know, YouTube is part and parcel of big tech and the big tech fascist censorship, particularly of Black radical voices. And so any threat from YouTube that could impact the health and viability of Black Power Media as its current iteration as a platform is extremely serious, because you guys know we ain't doing the goddamn, we ain't doing the what the fuck did Tucker Carlson say about Dr. Cornel West. We ain't doing that shit on Black Power Media. You guys already know what time it is, okay? It's real shit over there. It's liberatory shit. It's revolutionary shit. It's political education shit. It is not no fucking no shade room shit. Okay, this ain't rinking dick shit over there. This is shit that threatens the status quo, that threatens the train of thinking of people that are coming up, where we are in this raggedy ass America, right? And we trying to challenge shit. We trying to disrupt and derail the status quo, right? So when YouTube threatens the existence of the channel, that is a very serious thing, okay? And the content that got the channel this demonetization strike was uploaded by Kalonji Changa. Now, I do not know what the content was. It has been brought to my attention that either the title of the content or within the content itself had something to the effect of shoot to kill, okay? Again, I don't know what content it was. I didn't see it, didn't consume it, but either way, it was enough for YouTube to outright yank our shit, okay? Now, I know people who have been devoted viewers of Black Power Media will say, well, Kim, I think on your description of the show, you also said Kalonji is out at Black Power Media. That is correct. And it is in part because of the strike sustained by the channel. Now, some of you, again, who have been longtime viewers, will correctly observe, well, the channel has sustained strikes before because of content uploaded or comments made by other hosts and contributors. You are absolutely correct about that. And I can speak for myself here because I think maybe I even feel as though I may have been responsible for one of those strikes because we were talking about the ELECTION. And YouTube said you can't talk about none of the times that people come out and vote from 2000 to 04, 08, 12, 16, and 20. YouTube said you cannot talk about any of that shit, and we got a strike. Okay. The other strike I remember the channel received was for the hate awards that Dr. Ball uploaded that wasn't even published to the fucking channel, and YouTube and its AI fucking minions detected the content and gave the channel a strike before it was even published, which was some fucking precog Minority Report shit. Okay, but this most recent strike, y'all, is different. It's different because of the circumstances. And as all of you are likely aware that Kalonji is leaving Black Power Media, the current platform. All of you with certainty saw his rumor live, although I'm unclear about the origin of the rumor, but that's not the point. That's not the point. Y'all saw the rumor live where he gave a bunch of vague reasons why he was leaving, and then made it semi-clear, not really clear, that actually them dudes is leaving. I ain't going nowhere. Okay, so Will, if you could throw up the other picture that I sent you, because as you guys know, Kalonji has launched Black Power Reloaded. So in addition to, I think, trying to send viewers and subscribers to RSTV, he has now launched Black Power Reloaded, which I believe is now on what was formerly the Happily Natural YouTube channel that has a robust 48,000 subscribers. So now that is now BPM Reloaded. And I know when you guys see the images, it looks very similar. But if you look closely at the logo within the BPM, there is Reloaded written in there. So just to be clear, for the time being, the Black Power Media channel that you are currently subscribed to, that houses the Remix Morning Show and Earn Your Liberation, remains Black Power Media. Okay. And this is Kalonji's new venture, which is Black Power Media Reloaded, BPM Reloaded. The status of our channel, I say our because I am a contributor to the collective and part of the collective. The status of the renaming of the channel is still being discussed. So, you guys stay tuned for that as that moves ahead. But as you guys can see, that there is definitely clearly a split. Okay. And it's a combination of and the reason why the split was immediate today. To be clear, Kalonji is out at BPM. Okay, you will not see any new content on the current Black Power Media YouTube platform posted by Kalonji Changa. You will no longer see Kalonji on the channel. If you would like to still go back and watch some of his shows and his content, RSTV, those I believe still exist and probably will be up there for some time. I assume he will be afforded an opportunity to get his stuff. But here's the thing, y'all, he had lots of opportunities to get his stuff. And instead of getting his stuff, he wanted to make diss videos and he wanted to post videos on Instagram throwing subliminal shots, which for anyone paying attention, them joints is not subliminal at all. If you wouldn't mind, Will, could you crew up that Instagram video? um Now this some of the videos that he's been posting to his IG, people have been sending to me like, you seen this shit? Did you see this shit? Because it's like, given the situation, right? The channel is enduring a split, and let me also add more clarity to when I say split. So Kalonji is out at the channel. Coco also out at the channel. Okay, like everybody else, to my awareness, is remaining. You know what I'm saying? So when split is almost not the right, not the right characterization. Split is a misnomer. Out of a collective of 30 some contributors, 2 people will no longer be there. Okay. So split might be overstating it just a bit, just a bit. But part of the reason for the split was the inability to come to terms on the arbitration and how exactly the split in the division of assets for the platform was going to go. Okay. And there was a channel wide meeting in which most people were present. And let me say this, out of the 30 contributors, I will say there's probably been about 10 voices speaking up. Other folks have sat back and observed, and I understand that, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Okay, there's absolutely nothing wrong with saying nothing. So there's only been about, let's say, 10-ish folks that have, like, raised up their voices to have opinions about what is going on. But part of what was agreed to had to do with non-disparagement in a way, right? It was agreed to amongst everybody that the parties will not disparage one another on social media or publicly. And as y'all have clearly seen, as y'all have clearly seen, I'm not reading too much into this, nor am I making shit up. Y'all saw the rumor live, and y'all have seen some of the shit that has been posted on Instagram. So, to give an example, here's a video that was posted in recent days on Instagram. And y'all tell me how you take it. You tell me how you take it. Let's take a listen.
One warrior of all warriors. From then Alexander and Napoleon, I know them all. I read them all, I studied them all. I know the art of fight, I know the art of war. That's all I ever studied. That's why I'm so feared. That's why they feared me when I was in the ring. I was an annihilator. That's all I was born for. And now those days are gone. It's empty. I'm nothing. I'm working on being the art of humbleness. Can you believe in me? That's the reason why I'm crying.
So, in case y'all don't know, because we may have some babies on the channel, that's possible. That's Iron Mike Tyson. Iron Mike Tyson used to punish niggas. Iron Mike Tyson used to punch holes in people's face. Okay, like cold, ice cold out here, right? And so, when you see Iron Mike Tyson talking about the art of war, okay, and it is known that we are in, or rather, there is an acrimonious separation happening. Let's not play like we kids out here, right? Everybody knows who that was for, right? Everybody knows the video in which he posted the verse from Kendrick, "Not Like Us," right? We all know that what that was about, right? Like we're not, like we not 12 out here. Like we big grown-ups, right? And so we understand subliminal shots, we understand what they mean, and we understand by and large who they are aimed towards. And Will, do me a favor here, can you please drop the StreamYard link into the chat? Because as much as here we are on my platform, Burn It Down with Kim Brown, live on Tuesdays and Fridays, 7 p.m. Please like, share, and subscribe. As much as y'all are here with me, everybody, all y'all motherfuckers watch Black Power Media. Every single one of y'all, every single fucking one of y'all watch Black Power Media. So if you are a channel member, if you are a patron, if you are a part of the larger BPM community, I want to hear from you and hear what your take is. How are what as people, especially that support the channel materially, and I say materially, and of course we mean money by that, but you know, time is material as well. And that's something that I value from not only my viewers here, but viewers on Black Power Media. Literally, you guys spend hours upon hours with us. And what is more valuable than time? So if you've made any kind of investment, financial or otherwise, into the channel, I'd like to hear from you. And so yeah. So anyway, yeah, we'll drop that in the yat when you get a chance. Will, please and thank you. So, oh man, y'all lucky I forgot to pull that shit. So let me say this. So as this acrimonious separation has attempted to be negotiated, which I perceive to be on good faith, not only on behalf of the other channel owners, Jared Kamal and Kamal, I keep calling Kamal, Camus, y'all know Camus, Jared Camus and Ear Doctor, and I think the rest of the collective. I think there are definitely some people have taken positions, right? But I think that there is a significant contingent of the BPM collective at large that has really made an attempt at objectivity here. You know what I'm saying? Who has not tried to pick sides, who has honestly tried to hear both or all parties out. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, after these level of continued shenanigans that have happened in rapid succession, everybody was pretty much fed up. And again, and let me not speak for everybody. Let me not speak for everybody. And we have very grown, capable people with their own platforms who have the ability to speak on this themselves if they choose to. And if they choose not to, they absolutely do not have to. The reason I chose to speak about this tonight is because, number one, after reading the back and forth, the volley of email correspondence that has been going on over the past several days, I really felt as though members of the collective, there was an attempt to bully people into silence. And I apologize because it was my intention actually to grab the specific sentences out of the emails just so I could be accurate and for clarity. But I'm going to paraphrase them because at the end of the day, beloveds, I don't have no reason to lie. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no reason to size up the fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Per Instagram, per the rumor, y'all, y'all think I'm gonna come on here and tell a story for what? For what? So in these emails that the collective has received, they have been what I would characterize as corporate speak. There has been a lot of citations of the Georgia law and the blood and the Secretary of State and the blah. And as soon as I see corporate speak emails, kids, my eyes glaze over because I do not appreciate corporate speak, okay? Period. Because I've gotten enough of those emails and that shit triggered me immediately. But the other thing that really triggered me was the insinuation made to non-owners of the collective. Basically, the insinuation from Kalonji is that we need not speak. We need to be mindful of how we present if we find ourselves in some sort of quote liability. And that to me was a bridge too far for me personally. I do not take kindly nor likely to threats of any kind, threats to my person or even threats to my speech. And while the email was sent to over 30 people, when I read that line, it might as well have been sent just to me, because please do not include me in any threats about what people can say and what they can't say. Because at the end of the day, I have no contract with Black Power Media. I've not signed a non-disclosure agreement with Black Power Media. I don't have any non-disparagement with Black Power Media. Nobody has any legal authority to dictate to me in any way in which I could comment about what I have observed and experienced, okay? And which is all that I'm qualified to comment on. But what I have observed and experienced has not been cute. It has not been pretty. And there are aspects of, there are larger details about this that I will not be sharing on here tonight for the reason that it did not involve me. I was not party to the here I am being vague, but the reason I'm being vague is because I wasn't the shit didn't involve me. I wasn't party to it. I didn't witness it. You know what I'm saying? So I am not qualified to speak on some shit that did not directly involve me and that I did not witness. But I will say the instances of which I'm referring to, I believe they occurred as has been retold. You know what I mean? Because of the behaviors and the conduct that we are seeing displayed right now. You know what I mean? And it is a very sad reality, unfortunately, that in spaces, I won't call Black Power Media an organization because at its founding, the owners were very clear. The founders were very clear. It's not an organization. Black Power Media is a media project. Okay. And there is a difference. And, I appreciate the critique offered up by the Black Miss podcast crew in terms of identifying like a mission and principles. And I think those things are valuable, but more valuable in an organization. Not to say they don't have any place in a media project, but it's a media project. Okay, it's not an organization. And but when principles are lacking and a spirit of cooperation can't be reached, and people feel intimidated in one way or another, they don't want to talk. This is how shit is allowed to fester. And this is how things don't get corrected. And this is how work gets stymied. And I think the folks that have been closely paying attention and working, especially with the owners of the platform, will tell you that they say that there are things that this channel was supposed to bend and did. Bend and did. But they were being stymied, they were being hampered, they were being hamstrung by a single person. And for what those reasons are, I don't know. I can't speak to it. But I will say what I have witnessed here in recent weeks has truly made me reconsider and reassess what I had been witnessing, or at least what had been presented to me for the previous 3 years. Because it's like, if 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 we acted like this now, like then what was all that? Was that a facade? Was that a performance? Like, which is the performance here? Like, who is the real person here? Like, what am I really seeing here? What level of obstinance are we dealing with? What level of true leadership, in the sense that you can at minimum communicate effectively with people that you are in community and in a group with, right? If you can't communicate differences and challenges, then that to me does not reflect true leadership, right? If you can't set aside egos and petty squabbles in the interest of the greater good of the advancement of the platform, then that tells me that people have other agendas. That tells me that something is very self-serving in this. And the fact that this channel, not this channel, but Black Power Media sustained this strike based off content that Kalonji uploaded, I can't say or speak to his intentions, but because of his previous antics and actions, to me, that erases all benefit of the doubt that this was not an intentional act, right? Of sabotage. And let me be clear, I don't know what his intentions was. I'm telling you what it looks like, okay? I'm telling you what it looks like. As they on their way out the door, they left a trail of gasoline and lit a match and said, "All right, y'all, I'm gone." Good luck. And to be clear, you guys, again, the significance of demonetization of the channel cannot be overstated. And what this means for people that support the channel, that I mean, that's it. There is no revenue to be gotten for the next 90 days. And let me tell you guys, I mean, as YouTube contributors and creators, we this is not Joe Rogan. This is not the Young Turks. This is not Dr. Umar. You understand? We are way, way, way smaller and scale way, way, way down. So when there are revenue shit gets missed, so that actually hurts some people. You know what I'm saying? It hurts a lot of people, to be honest. So it was not, to me, a principled move. It was not a move that denotes leadership. It was not a move that denotes that of an elder, right? Like, it was very young. That was young boy shit. You'd feel me? There's no way that it was unknown. Again, I don't know what the content was. If it involved something pertaining to shoot to kill, you know, you know what the fuck YouTube was going to do with that. That shit was going to get smashed, which it did, and now the channel's demonetized. So maybe that was the goal, but I can't say specifically what the goal was. So I just wanted to come on here because I was very disappointed. Oh, what's up, Will?
No, I was saying we got Don and Alicia in the chat ready for you.
Which Dawn? It doesn't matter. Put Dawn on. one of the Dawns is joining us. Come on through, Dawn.
Uhuru and Tikim.
Hey, it's Dawn Hammond. Boo boo. How are you?
Good. Hey, honestly, I have like little to nothing to add to the conflict or anything. I just wanted to come on here, and be in marijuana solidarity with my internet auntie.
Listen, it was funny because thank you, Dawn. Because listen, I didn't even bring my J because I think I wanted to try to stay a little clear headed. But Will, because y'all know we started late, Dawn. So Will was stuck in traffic. So Will didn't even know what the fuck I was going to talk about today. And then I told him right before. He said, "Oh, you got to let me go get my blunt." I said, "Yeah, nigga, go get your blunt. Go get your blunt." I hope you all have rolled up. But to be clear, Dawn. This is not to. Oh, I got some tea. I gotta tell you, this is
right.
that. Okay, I just want everybody to be clear. This is not that. That folks that have contributed to BPM have been sitting and intentionally not saying anything on purpose because of considerations of how it may be come across to the community. You know what I'm saying? Like, brothers tried to work it out. They really did, and it was an impossible task.
Right. And in order to actually add to the conversation, I will say, because I'm a little broke little college student over here on my way, you know what I'm saying? I will say, like, it is kind of disappointing because, like, as a little baby radical, aspiring revolutionary and stuff like that, one of the things that I'm always hoping is to get, my family even somewhat interested in this. And, what I'm saying, Black Power Media has been the thing, that I can put on the big screen in the living room and have people stop, and ask questions and stuff like that. And so I'm disappointed to see any like negativity thrown the way of this group and stuff like that. But I do believe that we will power on this little group here, the principled ones here.
There's no doubt about that. And thank you, John. And I would like to remind everybody of the words of our good sister, Jackie Lukman, who is an organization, right? And she says, this happens all the time. People fall out, people disagree, people butt heads. There can be irreconcilable differences amongst personalities, even within revolutionary spaces. So don't look at this necessarily as a failure unfortunately, it is a part of the process. It's a part of the growing process. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't going where you going, right? Ain't the elders been telling us that forever? Everybody ain't gonna go where you go, baby. You know, so sometimes folks fall off. Shit happens. So I appreciate it, Don, because it is a little sad because frankly, I like Kalonji's contribution to the channel. I appreciate it even when we would butt heads in front of y'all on the Remix Morning Show. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that shit was real at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Specifically auntie, it was one where you and Kalonji was I don't even want to say button heads. It was just so principled, and it was like, this needs to be happening. It was pertaining to violence, gender violence, specifically directed from men to women. And Kalonji was like straight up like, do you think anybody on this screen would like get out like that? But the way that you were able to respond to that was like, I'm not saying no, but at large, objectively, this is something we have to contend with. And it was principled for me, like me personally, like, like I said, I'm a baby. I'm just now getting my little AA next week. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay. That's what I'm talking about, Don. Congratulations, baby.
thank you, auntie.
And Don, first of all, thank you for observing that moment. Thank you for remembering that moment. And I appreciate your takeaway of that moment because yes, and even when there would be disagreements, and even I think in some of our shows happening now, we see disagreements sometimes on EYL on occasion, not that often, but it's all principle. It's like, yes, nigga, we disagree, we just fucking agree. Like, no, I don't like what you said, you don't like what I said, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna see you tomorrow morning on the motherfucking morning show. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. So but when Kalonji departed the morning show, I did think that that was a bit of a loss for the channel. Now the morning show is the fucking morning show and we keep rolling, but at the same time I did appreciate the interviews that he would bring, especially from families who had lost people to police violence. Like Kalonji absolutely has a way with folks in the struggle. Like I again, I'm not here to shit on him. I am here to shit on the way he has conducted himself over the past couple of weeks. But am I here to shit on his overall work? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That is not the case here. But the way that all of this has gone down on BPM and behind the scenes, particularly at BPM, it was enough for folks to finally say enough. So
I,
Don, but congratulations on your AA, baby. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No. Thank you. I do want to do that because, like, this is just something that I've been doing recently. We do need to celebrate ourselves every freaking chance that we get. And like, I've worked hard in academia, arguing with these professors. These professors do not want no radical thought whatsoever. Okay, so I have been fighting with these professors for so long, so to the point where it's like, even though it's just an AA, I'm getting. Um,
Don't say
but
just the AA. Don't
I
say
mean,
that. Don't say that. It's not. It's
yeah.
not just the A. Trust me, baby. I'm a community college baby as well, beloved. I would not even have a university degree, but for my credits garnered from community college. So no, we don't diminish. We don't diminish the certificates, baby.
Right,
That
right.
AA is standing
Wait,
strong.
no, it's because like, okay, so, and not to get off topic here, but I'm like, Southern California, trying to transfer to Unity of Southern California, trying to go live on campus, right? Very much worried about how these universities are cracking the whip. The moment students say, don't do this with our money that we pay you to educate us with, right? So, the language that I've been using is definitely a reflection of like just how the worry and anxiety that I've been feeling, especially in regard to the current settings and stuff like that. Because at the end of this, especially in schools like UCLA and USC that are a stone's throw away from like Skid Row, and the community is directly standing in front of these students, between these students and the police, right? There needs to be such an immediate and deep enhancing of student relations with the community. However, this scenario like ends up, that I'm and I think about like, okay, so being a student is not just being a student. I got to figure out how to provide for myself. I got to figure out how to pay bills and stuff like that. I got to figure out what the schedule is even looking like, and I got to figure out how to provide for myself and pay bills based on that school schedule that I'm hopefully getting right. So it's like, okay, now I'm gonna have to do all of that, and I'm gonna have to ramp up my organizing because like LA is a place where takeovers happen and so-called revolutionaries and students don't understand the capabilities that the community have being expressed through things such as takeovers, right? So it's me that's gonna have to disseminate and and learn how to express. This is why I'm trying to become a teacher, so I can learn how to express myself properly. But that's just all of that. I'm kind of developing some language discrepancies as I'm thinking about it like that. So that's my mistake there.
Well, listen, babe, I hope that you continue to tune into Black Power Media, whether or not it retains the name of Black Power Media in the future, Don. Your contribution is valuable. I love your presence in the chat. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you being a baby radical. I mean, I didn't even know young people watch my show, so thank you. I thought, I
Well,
thought it
I'm
was all
29.
uncle.
If that makes any, yeah,
I mean, I could have birthed you, baby. So yeah,
that
yeah,
is true. That is
that's
true.
a baby. That's totally a baby. Dawn, we're gonna make way for Alicia here, baby. But I so appreciate you taking the time to let us know your thoughts. And
Thank
thank you continued for your support, Dawn. Thank you.
Of course, I'll be here, Uhuru. And don't forget to check us out September 3rd. The Uhuru 3 will be on trial in Florida. Check us out. Check us out. Thank y'all,
Thank
Uhuru.
you. Thank you. Thank you, Don Uhuru as well. Let's move. Alicia.
Yes.
Hey, niece. Look at all my
Hey,
nieces and nephews checking in.
how are you?
I'm well.
Eh,
I'm well.
Kind like kind of a little bit like the air let out of the tires, kind of a little bit, kind of, yeah. I feel that. So everything I say is allegedly. Everything I say is alleged. No, I'm just kidding.
That's
But
fine. Look
yeah,
at you. You've been watching Auntie. Listen,
yeah,
you've been watching Auntie.
nothing I say is like for real. But I don't have any evidence or whatever, but just from my feeling that I got from Kalonji from jump was like I always got this kind of like just off, a little bit of a off-putting feeling, especially when it came to like Dawn said, like around the violence, women around men and women violence. It seemed like whenever you would bring up something that would be a topic on men, it's like he would take it personally or something, like instead of just realizing that you're talking about generally men and like nobody that's listening to this channel is most likely gonna fit the bill. You know what I'm saying? Like not nobody, but you know what I'm saying. So yeah, so anyways, it's like when you talk about white people and whatever, like I'm not sitting here hurt, I'm not sitting here hollering because it's not me. You're not talking about me. I'm not that person. So it's like that's why I always kind of got this off-putting feeling when it came around that, or when it came around like transgender issues or things like that. So that was just my feeling. And then about him posting that shit, like he ain't no fucking stupid dude. Like he ain't no dummy. Like he knows what he's posting is incendiary and is going to get flagged. Like, so I don't know, but that's some bullshit. And I just think that as a contributor, as somebody who's had a membership for a long time, you know what pissed me off? Like I thought it was my card. I thought my card got declined. I was like, I got money in the bank, I swear.
Oh no. Oh my gosh.
So
Oh,
yeah.
Alicia.
So then I figured it out, yeah, through the morning show or whatever. I was just like, what? Like, so yeah, that's just my opinion. It's just like I said, it was always kind of just got this off-putting feeling, kind of like he had a chip on his shoulder or whatever, and just kind of hard to get along with. But like Auntie Jackie said, is just like, you know, it's gonna happen. It's just, it wish it could happen with like you said, without that fucking line of gasoline when the fucking match. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why is it gotta be like that? Why can't we like split amicably and like share resources and like get on each other's channels and like do all that, build with each other, you know? Instead, it's gotta be bitterness, and I don't like it. So
Woo, Alicia, you said a lot right there. And
yeah.
and I can't disagree. And I appreciate, again, I appreciate our viewers like you having high emotional intelligence, because y'all are able to discern and pick up and notice and, take note of, like, like anyone who thought that some of the, I suppose, what maybe some folks thought was being subtle, if anybody thought that any of that shit was not being picked up loud and clear by the audience writ large, like that's delusional thinking. And the
And
shots
it's
was,
unprofessional, and it's like,
Mhm.
yeah, you're trying to show, like Don said, you're trying to show your family, you're trying to show your classroom, you're trying to show your whatever, some piece of information from BPM, and it's gonna come off like looking like, oh, they're gonna have some beef on air about that. Like, that's some bullshit. Yeah.
a little bit. And I think, there were some shots, like, historically there have been shots taken at other hosts, and I didn't think that, I always thought that was strange. It's like, well, why work with people if you don't like them? Or why allow people to come onto the platform and take shots at other people that are on the platform? Like,
Right.
that was just odd movements
Well,
to
and I
me.
didn't like when he brought what's that one celebrity that he brought on with the history? Yeah.
History. What? Because I want you to say who you thinking, because I know who I'm thinking. You might be
The
thinking
one
about
with
somebody
the
different.
one with the wife, and he was like on the show with the wife, teeny tiny, and
Girl,
what's
are
her
you
name?
gonna make me say it? Girl,
Say it.
you are talking about rapper Ti.
Yeah, Ti. Yeah, I thought that was really sus. I was like, okay, yeah.
I do. Thought it was a little sus. And let me shout out to Alicia. When I tell you I got hit up, sisters hit me up. Like, did you see the interview with T? I said, yeah, I did. I did.
It
I
was way
did.
off, like off brand. You know what I'm saying? Off brand, number one. And number two is just like, yeah, it was just sus. It was weird.
So
Yes.
the issue, let me say this. So, I mean, I know different folks maybe have had, and again, there's all kinds of shit happening, right? There's all kinds of different personal dynamics and relationships and histories and this, that, and the third. And let me say for the record, Ti used to be one of my favorite rappers until there were dozens and dozens of accusations against him of the SA variety. Now, Ti has never been charged criminally. Let me say that for the record.
Right.
But in my opinion, when there is smoke, there's fire. And we know that SAs oftentimes do not even make it through the whole process of the legal system. Most SAs are not reported to police. So just because someone didn't report it, or he ain't been charged or locked up, don't mean the shit didn't happen. And
Right.
again, when there's many,
Mhm.
all everybody's not lying. Everybody's not lying. So I was disappointed that there was some unawareness of the volume of accusations against Ti.
Mhm.
And I, as a woman contributor to BPM, felt as though those accusations didn't mean anything. Like, oh, well, that's just some shit somebody's saying. Well,
Mhm.
that's what They said about R. Kelly forever. That's what they said about Bill Cosby forever. That's what they said about Weinstein forever. So to me, where there's smoke, there's fire. And I think that incident, Alicia, helped to maybe heighten the awareness about some additional scrutiny that needed to be applied to guests when they came on the platform. So I appreciate you noticing and remembering that.
Yep.
Well,
Guess
babe,
what I do? Guess what happens on Sunday?
what's happening?
I cross the stage and
Hey,
graduate.
hey, hey, y'all better turn up, Fire Fam. Get the flame emojis up for Alicia out here. We got us a college graduate, y'all. That's what
Yes,
I'm talking about. Congratulations, Alicia. I remember when you first went, you was going back to school.
And like, yeah, I had to try to convince people that, you know, to like back me, and it took me a while, but you know, I did it. So now I did my first week as a case manager at the one of the residences for the youth, and I gotta stop saying kids because they hate being called kids, and they're not kids, but they could be my kids. So like, but I just keep saying youth. Okay, so the youth, but they are amazing. But man, some of them, their backstories and stuff would just make you just,
I can imagine.
you know, and it just makes me want to love on them even harder. You know, it's just.
So, Alicia, I have a couple friends that are social workers, and what the one thing that you need to keep front of mind as a priority, you're going to have to love on yourself doing this work. A lot of social workers experience burnout. I'm sure you're aware because of the severity sometimes and the intensity of the cases that they're dealing with. To your point about some of these kids' backstories, I'm sure. I mean, like, you can't even imagine. So whatever you have to do to preserve your mental health, to preserve your peace of mind, to maintain your peace, as much as your peace may be disturbed by some of these kids' circumstances, you got to maintain your peace if you want to do this work. So do what
Yep.
you can to take care of yourself all the way around.
I'm taking some community ed classes, like I'm taking a painting class, and like I'm gonna, you know, try to branch out a little more socially and do some more socially active things. But I mean, the fact that I have the education that I have, you know, I can apply it to my own life. And you know, definitely, like, we have that wheel of wellness, you know, like you got to have something in each little compartment. And it's like, well, my social life's looking a little light, but I have been in school and interning and whatever for the last like 3 years. So now it's like I have that opportunity where I have some time after work, and I'm going to go learn how to oil paint and, you know, do some other things. I tried to take a Spanish class, but not enough people were interested, so they canceled it. But yeah, I'm gonna find some other stuff to do this summer, and just get out there, do some things that I'm afraid to do. I want to do that standing paddleboard thing. Like, I'm really scared of it, but I know how to swim, so what the fuck? Like, if I fall, I fall, you know? It's like,
Right. Ain't no sharks in them lakes up in Minnesota, baby. You be okay. you
sure?
be okay. No, I'm not sure. There's all kinds of shit in the lake. Please stay out the lake. But no, I think you'd be okay. Well, I dig that, Alicia. Like, to challenge yourself to push and go towards shit that you want to do, try things that you've never tried. You're at the age, girl. Carpe
Yep.
diem. Like, this is your life. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I'm very proud of you, Alicia. I love you so much. I'm so appreciative that you've been with us over here for as long as you have. I appreciate you being over at BPM because I know you've gotten a lot out of it. You know what I mean? So
I've learned so much from BPM. Like, BPM used to be scary to me. I used to be so like just kind of like standoffish because it was just like sometimes it was way too intellectual for me, and I was like, what's going on here? And like, but I just learned how to sit back and like listen and watch chat and just like soak up what I can, and realize that these are some people who have done some studying, so I'm not expected to be able to like follow along at all times. You know what I'm saying? So I just really appreciate Dr. Ball, and I appreciate, well, everybody, all the contributors. But just being able to have that presence in my life of some diversity, like even though I might not have it in my city that I live in, I have it at work. I'm grateful for that. But now, I mean, I have it in my morning show, you know, so I get to hear from different voices. Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for that, Alicia. I appreciate that. I appreciate
And
that.
thanks for adopting me as your pretend auntie. Or I
Yes,
mean,
girl. Listen, Alicia, I didn't even realize you was white until the last time you called, and you've been calling. I definitely thought you was off white of some kind. I didn't know. I didn't know what variety of off white that I thought you were, but clearly I was all wrong. But that's okay. You can still be my niece.
it's so all right. I'm okay with it. I'm not apologizing for it. I'm living
Thank
with
you.
it. Yes.
Exactly. Thank you. See,
Yeah.
look at you. That's what I'm talking about, girl. Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Growing
Alicia,
every day.
that's right, baby. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you. I
All right.
appreciate your call. I appreciate your perspective on this as well. Okay.
Yep.
Okay,
Have a good
boo-boo.
one. Love you.
Thank you, baby. Thank you. All right, gang. All right. Do we have any more takers?
We got infinite content in the champagne room. That's about it.
Okay, Infinite. Now, Infinite, come on up here, Infinite. But Infinite, you are not gonna no. Hold on. Hold on, Infinite.
You want the blue light special? I'll give you the green light special.
Nigga, I need you to hit me with the Ethernet special, my guy. What's up with this shaky ass internet?
On my mood. You know, I change the color based on my mood. Green is one of my power colors, so I'm doing good shit.
It's
before we say anything else, congratulations on 5K subs.
I heard that part, Infinite. Thank you so much. I appreciate your congratulations. Infinite, I'm sorry. I have to let you go just because you're a little bit inaudible, baby. It's a little bit too garbled. So if you can reconnect, and I don't know if you are even able to test him if he tries to call back to see what his sounds like. But yeah, but thank you, Infinite Content. As usual, you are again one of our day oneers as well. So I appreciate you calling up here per Infinite, but I was just trying to ask you, Infinite, don't Leo Debo the situation. don't hit me with the Leo Debo, because I mean, as y'all have seen, the Leos will come on here and Debo me also a Leo off of my own shit. That's just how it happens. That's what happens. I be getting out Leo'd out here sometimes. And Infinite, oh yeah, he will Leo Debo me, no doubt about that. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna put a pin in this because I don't really think that there's anything else really left to say on my end. I hope you guys continue to support what is now known as Black Power Media. Hell, go over and support and subscribe to Black Power Media Reloaded. Again, I don't like certain people's behavior, but it's not that I don't like certain people, right? So I'm not a hater. It ain't no, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? This beef, no, either y'all over here, y'all over there. No, this is a free flowing exchange of ideas. Whoever is trying to get us to liberation, I encourage you to subscribe to those people's content if you're not already subscribed. If you like the message that people give you, you should continue to follow those folks. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Let me not say me, I would never ask y'all to make any kind of choice. That's so corny. No, fuck that. No, fuck that. Y'all can't be watching. And then come and watch. No, that's whack shit, y'all. That is whack shit. I honestly and truly wish the brother well. I really do. I wish that the situation could have been resolved and handled a lot more cleanly, a lot less messily. And, for anyone that came over here to tune in to some mess, I hope it's not mess that you received. I hope you got a more clear explanation as to what was going on. The reason, again, I wanted to talk about this on my show tonight because all of these things transpired pretty rapidly today, and I didn't think it could wait even till Saturdays with Renee. I'm sorry, Renee, if I scooped you. if I scooped you and Jared, it was not my intention. But I didn't think that this should wait until Saturday or even fucking Tuesday when, you know, the all the Legion of Boom would be assembled. You know what I mean? So anyway, I wanted to bring some clarity to the situation. Um, because I know you guys support not only here, but you guys support BPM as well. And you guys deserve the explanation, man. And you deserve one that was clear. And I hope I have been able to be somewhat clear tonight. Okie dokie. Moving right along here, gang. Do me a favor if you're not already subscribed and rocking with the channel. Please take a moment to do so. Thank you so much to Infinite Dawn Hammond. And of course, my niece Alicia for calling up to the channel. We appreciate it. Appreciate it so much, guys. So I have no idea what's going on in the chat. So I hope it's not some shit that requires my attention. Hold on, Will, you there?
Yo.
Is anything interesting going on in the chat?
You know, you got some people in it. Dr. Ball stop through, you know.
Shout out to Left Jab, Dr. G, Reverend Doctor.
Yep. You know, this the regular people cutting up and Dr. Ball with him.
Is he cutting up or is he
Nah, it's the other ones. It's everybody else.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's the regulars. It's the why we love them because our chat be, you know, our chat be acting up. So I like it.
By the way, Dr. Ball, Will is one of your former students. Did you know that?
I don't even know.
I know Jared don't know that because Jared see a million faces out this.
I want to say right, like from how much? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And nigga, you look like a grown up now, so I'm sure you look like a little baby when you was in his class. So
true.
But anyway, Jared, your roots, your tentacles even reach over here. Jared's influence is even felt over here on BIDWKB. So there is that.
Definitely one of my favorite professors, hands down.
Hey, you left him a good review? Good professor review?
I couldn't. You asking a lot right now. Hold on.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna leave you alone.
This is my review right now. He's a great man. Oh yeah. I think Ear Doctor too. Yeah. Ear Doctor too. My fault. He was in there too.
Oh, big up
Shout out
to the Ear Doctor. Big up. I know I'm not talking out of turn, y'all. Because again, ain't no lies told, kids. I mean, there's no reason why. Lie about the shit for what? And listen, can I say this real quick? Let me please dissuade and disavow anyone that may contemplate dropping terms like defamation or anything like that. Nope. Everything I said was factually accurate and or it was my opinion. This is a YouTube channel. I am a commentator. I comment on shit. Ergo, I opine. So I would never defame, slander, or say anything that I knew to be untrue. So that was not anything that I said here in this first segment. So let me just be clear. Because again, I told you guys, I don't take kindly to threats. I don't give a fuck if it was 30 niggas on the email. I was on the fucking email. Okay. So I took it as a threat. And I don't dig that. And that's really one of the more giant reasons why I'm saying something, because that's not how I operate. And I don't play them fucking games. And that's it. So anyway, do me a favor, guys. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Blah. If you're watching on the vertical live stream, by the way, Jared and Air Doctor, you guys should consider doing this vertical live stream because that shit would probably look crazy on BPM in terms of the boostage of the numbers. Y'all probably already do the shit. Let me shut up my goddamn business because I don't know what I'm talking about. Shut up. All right, you guys. So anyway, gang, speaking of bullies, Baltimore State's Attorney Marilyn Mosby, someone who used her office to bully Baltimore, basically, despite the reframing of her as this deeply progressive prosecutor who, you know, was trying to let people out of jail. And it's like, no, that is a mischaracterization of Marilyn Mosby. Well, I know you guys are also saying, Kim, you keep talking about Marilyn Mosby, get off her dick. And I'm like, I can't, because when people who have actively done harm to the community are themselves about to face a reckoning, kids, this is some shit I actually celebrate and am quite here for. So as you guys know, we've been following the saga of Marilyn Mosby after she lost re-election in 2023. She faced 2 federal trials pertaining to perjury and misrepresenting some blah 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 on some mortgage forms, and she was found guilty of 3 or 4 federal counts. She is scheduled to be sentenced on these federal convictions, I believe May 23rd. And Will, if you could pop up the first article for me, please, because federal prosecutors have actually asked for a 20-month sentence in jail for Marilyn Mosby. According to the sentencing guidelines for the charges that she was convicted of, she could do somewhere between 18 to 24 months. And the prosecutors in her case have asked for a sentence of 20 months. Now, Marilyn Mosby's attorneys have asked for probation and I believe a year of supervised release, right? I think she's actually kind of got some good public federal representation. She did have to retain public defenders for her federal case. You know, you love / hate to see it at the same time. So her representation has said, or rather asked the judge for no jail time and asking basically for some leniency. But the other part of the big story is, of course, Marilyn Mosby is on a campaign to get President Joe Biden to extend her a pardon. And that campaign is ramping up. We watched here, was it last week or was it fucking Tuesday? My days be running together. What day did we watch Marilyn on Joanne Reed's show? Making the case and basically saying, number one, showing no contrition, showing no remorse. Marilyn Mosby is proclaiming her innocence and saying she did nothing wrong. Ooh, baby, that is not how you get the judge to go easy on you, baby girl. And that's the thing. Marilyn Mosby, a whole ass fucking prosecutor. She knows this. I feel like so she is talking reckless. I don't know what the fuck. Like in my previous story, I have no idea what her actual motivations are. I understand she's trying to stay out of jail, but when she is not showing any sort of remorse or regret, I don't know who that appeals to, but I'm pretty goddamn sure it don't appeal to the federal judge that's about to hand down your sentencing. So Will, so that YouTube video I sent you, can I shout out to Black Magic? God damn it, Black Magic, you caught me on a fucking day. I was checking my goddamn Twitter notifications and I saw your Twitter notification and I saw the look emoji and then the crying laughing face emoji. And you said started at 1 hour and 6 minutes. So Will, if you could pop up that video and crank that motherfucker to 1 hour and 6 minutes, because this is the Bougie Podcast. I didn't even realize. Y'all didn't tell me it was Angela Rye, Tiffany Cross, and Andrew Gillum. Obviously, I don't watch enough.
No matter who
news.
you are.
What the fuck? Obviously, I don't watch enough cable news because I didn't recognize not now one of them knuckles on the clip that we had ran a couple of shows ago. But then when Black Magic sent me this, I said, okay. And you know what, Black Magic? I'm judging you for your viewing habits, by the way. Black Magic, consider yourself judged because you be watching the Bougie Podcast. I see you out here, Black Magic. I see you. So anyway, now guys, I only watched some of this. And to be clear, I have no intention of watching all of this on this here program. But we're gonna take in a few minutes of Marilyn Mosby making a case for herself as to why she should not go to jail. So, Will, let's check it out.
It just happens to be the first time we saw some accountability come in their direction. And
Thank you.
Some might want to separate that from the harrowing journey that she has been through. But I am a firm believer that this harrowing experience of late is the direct result of your courage, unapologetic leadership, belief that you didn't need validation from who came before you by way of folks in that office, but rather you had the moral strength, courage, and fiber to stand for what was right when it was right.
Well,
And for
I-
that, we
you.
thank you.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. I appreciate that so much. And
It's
I'm just
real.
honored to be sitting with 3 dynamic individuals who have had such an influence on this country.
It's fine.
Okay, I'm good.
Wow.
You are giving me my accolades, but I have to give each of you your accolades. Not only do you have the most informative, intriguing, insightful podcast
my
that
God.
exists,
Are we doing
right?
bougie? Is
But
this a bougie
you
jerk?
all
Is
have
this a
been
circle jerk? Is this a
courageous
bougie circle
in your
jerk? 'Cause I might have
careers,
to decline
using
the
your
bougie circle
platform
jerk.
to talk about the issues that matter the most to not just one segment of our community, but to everybody.
I'm gonna have
And
to
so,
pass.
you know,
I have to
fighting
pass on the bougie circle jerk. The bougie circle jerk is giving me a lot, y'all. No, Will, no, Keith. I'm just, I'm just popping shit. No, but by all means, resume the bougie circle jerk. Well, let's
for the
see how
ideals
this
of
goes.
justice, democracy, and freedom. That's what you guys do each and every day. And I'm so incredibly honored to even be sitting
Oh, come on.
among these legends right here. So thank you.
We love you,
appreciate you.
Marilyn.
I
And there are
appreciate you.
names that we don't know, faces you won't recognize, who share that same love and compassion
No, I
for
appreciate
you.
it.
Absolutely.
Can I just want to say quickly to Andrew's point to what your career meant and means, but what it meant at the time when you rose to national fame. You know, a lot of people don't understand the role always of a prosecutor.
Yeah.
And as Black women, especially, we can be put in these like uncomfortable positions. But the role of a prosecutor is so important because you decide who to charge, what charges to bring, who not to charge. I had you on
What sentence recommendations to make?
Absolutely.
If
And I
somebody
had you
gets into
on-
the system at all, right?
Absolutely. And I had you on my show when you decided to not prosecute low-level crimes, which, you know, bottleneck the justice system and
Correct.
unnecessarily pushes people who look like us into a very unforgiving criminal justice system. That wasn't always talked about in the national media. And when the media started covering police brutality, it wasn't new. And a lot of people were like, what? This is happening? Like, we were old enough to remember Rodney King. That just happened to be the one that we caught on camera. When these smartphones started giving us a better up close personal view of the type of brutality that many people face, then all of a sudden there was coverage of how to prosecute these police officers. When that coverage started happening, Black women rose, because this is an elected position, Black women rose to assume these positions. So for all the people who think, you know, politics don't matter, elections don't matter, Marilyn was elected. Kim Fox was elected. The woman in Florida, I forget her name.
Aramis Ayala,
Thank
Monique
you.
Worrell.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
all
you.
these women were elected.
Vice President Kamala Harris, a mentor of yours, elected. And so
Okay, stop right
I
there.
think
Stop
that
it
you
right
have
there.
carried
Stop it right
on
there,
an
Will.
amazing
Well, you gotta stop it right there. Do me a favor, advance it like 5-6 fucking minutes. Like, I can't listen to all this fucking bougie circle jerk shit, especially when they start praising Kamala Harris. Everybody, it's time to move along. It's time to move along. And let me be clear here. Like, the rise of Black people, and in particular Black women as prosecutors in these roles to the time period that they're talking about, mid 2010s and onward, guys. Like, when there are handfuls of people elevated, when there are small amounts of people who are Black, who look like you, who may even come from your similar circumstance, and they're elevated to these positions that represent not only the system but political parties, they are there to keep the niggas in line. They are there to keep the rest of us in check. They are there to act as the buffer, not even the fucking go-between, because go-between would indicate that they are advocating in any way for our interests. I assure you that they are not. They are not. And it is nauseating to listen to these Black bourgeoisie people praise the position of a person whose job it was to put people in jail. And let me be clear here. No, let me slow down. Let's see what the fuck they talking about 5 or 6 minutes in. And if they still in the circle jerk shit, I'm a dead this shit. But I'm trying to see if Marilyn Mosby is going to make her case as to why she needs a pardon. I would like to hear that. But go ahead, Will.
And God, I realized that this crucible made me wiser, stronger, and my faith is more empowered in God. And what I realized, I was never alone.
That's right.
I was never alone. So walking out of that courtroom when I was found guilty, which is unbelievable for taking my own retirement savings,
Of course.
right? When 739 people in the city of Baltimore, 35,000 in the entire country did the exact same thing. And I'm the only person in America to be prosecuted, now facing 40 years in prison, right? Like, I knew they were going to come for me. I just did not anticipate that I was going to be isolated in that way. And so it was a groundswell of individuals locally that, you know, were like, you're not by yourself. But the first thing that I said when I got into the car, how you feel? I feel blessed. I feel blessed. And I prayed on it. And the people that I love the most, and I talked about this recently too, right? That I unconditionally love, showed me the conditions of their love. And I'm looking around like people whispering, I got your back. Well, you must be way back because I don't see nobody. And I prayed on it. And God sent perfect strangers into my life, and people who I loved and admired from afar, like Angela Rye, who came into my life and was like, sis, what is going on? Send me the trial transcripts. What she, as soon as I spoke to this woman, she got it. She made the connections right away. And I felt for the first time I was being heard. I was so emotional speaking to her because I can tell you 869 days, I wasn't being heard. And so I am forever grateful for this champion right here that understood that this was so much greater than me individually. This is about what I represent to so many others. It's about Monique Worrell. It's about Kim Fox. It's about Aramis Ayala. It's about Kim Gardner. It's about Rachel Rollins. It's about an administration that has been targeting Black women, because even 60 years after Malcolm X said it, the most unprotected, neglected, and disrespected person in America is still the Black woman.
Okay,
and it was
that's
this
enough.
Black woman that stood up for me, and I'm forever in.
That's okay. That's plenty. That is plenty. I think we have heard. I think we have heard quite enough. Oh my gosh, lady, your job was to act as an agent of the state, and here you are quoting Malcolm X. Stop it! Knock it the fuck off, please. You guys, all right. Do me a favor, Will, at your convenience, pop up that Slate piece. Because as I mentioned, as you see, Marilyn Mosby is on a campaign. She's on a war tour with Angela Rye and her man, going each and every place with a mic in their hand, begging for a presidential pardon from Joe Biden. And then there's a couple things I want to point out here. So shout out to the good sis Justine Barron, who penned this piece in Slate. Hold on, I don't have my phone in front of me. We'll read the headline because the screen is too far away and I don't have my phone handy. What's the headline say? I'm sorry.
All right. The big problem with Marilyn Mosby's innocent campaign.
There we go. Thank you so much, Will. Look at that. That's brilliant. The big problem with Marilyn Mosby Innocence campaign, and drop, if you could, Will, the piece into the chat so the folks can check it out. Justine does a really good job here. Justine Barron, friend of the show, but also author of the book titled They Killed Freddie Gray, where she does a tremendous job of uncovering some of the unpublished and unbroadcast information about the circumstances surrounding Freddie Gray's death, the piss poor investigation conducted not only by Baltimore police, but by Marilyn Mosby's office at the time. She was state's attorney, and the ways in which she undercharged police. She was admonished and widely criticized. Her office was for doing just a very sloppy job. It did not even appear as though Marilyn Mosby was even serious about trying to get a conviction against any of the cops that were charged. Again, none of them were charged with murder. None of them were charged with manslaughter. They were charged with pity pat shit. To the extent that her office couldn't even convict them on the pity pat shit, right? So she wasn't fucking serious at all about holding these cops accountable, and nor should anyone have thought that she would have been serious. She herself comes from cops. she comes from a family of police, and then she went to law school so she could be the top cop. You know, that's what prosecutors, that's how they refer to themselves, the top cops. But anyway, Justine Barron does a really good job here of addressing even some of the issues raised by Mosby supporters, which are legitimate, let me say, because y'all, I'm not so blinded by my animus for this woman and how she conducted herself while she was in office that I cannot that I'm unable to objectively state that yes, was she targeted as a black woman elected official. She sure absolutely was. She wasn't the first one in Baltimore City to go down for some literal nonsense. Yeah, is it ridiculous that she got charged for withdrawing her own retirement funds? Sure is. Is it ridiculous that she's been convicted of perjury? Sure, it sure the fuck is. At the end of the day, there are two things here. There are multiple things that can be true at the same time. Was Marilyn Mosby a target? Yes, she was. Was this a political hatchet job on Marilyn Mosby that ruined her political career? Yep, absolutely. The other thing that is also true, however, is that the reason that they were able to quote unquote get Marilyn Mosby is because she wanted to be what, you guys? An earn your leisure ass nigga. That is correct. At the end of the day, Marilyn Mosby, as a public servant who was making $248,000 a year as Baltimore State's attorney, wanted to buy 2 luxury properties in Florida that she could rent as Airbnbs for rental property. I mean, I'm saying Airbnb, but you understand. She wanted to use them as rental property because she and her husband was just barely scraping by, making 300 and plus $1,000 a year living in West Baltimore, right? So they wanted to be earn your leisure ass niggas. They bought these fucking houses. She, according to the government, played a little funny with how, but with disclosing the money and the source of the money and the conditions of which she withdrew the money. Yeah, is it bullshit? Yes, it totally is. But as I will continue to remind you, and as Justine Barron does a brilliant job of reminding us here about the ways in which Marilyn Mosby targeted Keith Davis Jr. Keith Davis Jr. was going to be, if Marilyn Mosby had had her way, he was going to be the most prosecuted man in American history, facing I believe, a 6th trial. That is until Marilyn Mosby lost her reelection bid and her successor let Keith Davis out of jail after he had been there for 7 years, basically convicted of nothing. And this was all at the hand of Marilyn Mosby in her office. And I never want you guys to forget that, because as much propaganda as the black bourgeoisie as they do they class, formation, as all the bougies get into formation behind Marilyn Mosby and will lay out all of these platitudes. Well, she tried to do away with low level blah 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 blah. Keep in mind, as I told you guys, Baltimore City police were so corrupt. it was impossible sometimes for state's attorneys for them to even bring charges in some cases. But again, didn't stop Marilyn Mosby from targeting and using the full weight of her office to, by and large, lock up black folks. And in Justine's piece, though, Justine acknowledges a name that Marilyn Mosby often references, and his name is Leo Wise, W-I-S-E. Leo Wise was initially the federal prosecutor in charge of investigating her and bringing her up on these charges. You might have heard Leo Wise's name most recently because he is back at the Department of Justice, I believe, in the Special Investigations Unit or Integrity Unit. He's investigating Hunter Biden at the moment. And Leo Wise absolutely has a troubling pattern of seemingly prosecuting and going after black elected officials. Okay. That is absolutely a thing. Does Leo Weiss come across as a racist piece of shit who is targeting black folks who are in office? Yup. Sure does. Again, multiple universes can be existing at the same time. But primarily, it is the way that Marilyn Mosby handled Freddie Gray's case, or rather Freddie Gray's killer's case, and handled Keith Davis Jr.'s case is the reason why I personally lack empathy. And I've said this time and time again. And now, because of Marilyn Mosby blatantly not showing any kind of remorse, and not to say that she should be remorseful, but you're not talking like somebody who don't want to go to jail. You feel me? Like, lady, you know good and goddamn well that judge is going to go in there and give you something. And I assure you, pardoning Marilyn Mosby for being a earn your leisure ass nigga is not at the top of Joe Biden's priority list right now. In fact, it may not look good for him were he to pardon her, because I don't think that Marilyn Mosby is a universally beloved figure in the Black community, least of all when I get done with her, okay? Because I'm trying to tell y'all, the same kind of grace and absolution, I suppose, on some level that Marilyn Mosby is looking for, she did not show any of that to the Davis family. In fact, it wasn't malicious prosecution. Read Justine's article, because Justine does a good job of getting into the weeds of, again, and I thought the piece was actually very balanced. So congrats to Justine. But she addresses the critiques of Mosby supporters, by the way, who now include Ben Jealous. Ben Jealous was the former head of the NAACP. Ben Jealous also was somewhat of a formidable challenge in the last Maryland gubernatorial election. He challenged Larry Hogan and lost, but he did garner a bunch of votes. Ben Jealous, I think, right now is with the Sierra Club, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm actually kind of disappointed that while we're talking about Ben Jealous, let me tell you, Ben Jealous is with the Sierra Club, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't think Ben Jealous has said fuck all about Cop City, which is absolutely not only a racial justice issue, but an environmental justice issue. And I was really disappointed that I don't think Ben Jealous has come out and said anything from an environmental perspective at minimum about the construction of the Cop City there in Atlanta. So I just wanted to throw that out there. But Ben Jealous has come out and written a letter of support for Marilyn Mosby, as has Sherilyn Ifill, who was the former head of the NAACP Legal Defense Fund. A legal mind who I respect, but the bougies, y'all, are getting into class formation. So, I expect the usual suspects or folks of those ilk to kind of come out in favor of Marilyn Mosby. So I just wanted to keep you guys abreast of the latest news. Again, prosecutors are seeking 20 months in jail for Marilyn Mosby. Marilyn Mosby's attorneys have asked that she not do any jail time at all, citing her meteoric rise, I suppose, to power and to notoriety. She is trying to be framed as a challenger of the system and of the status quo. And I'm here to remind you that that is not the case. And by the way, it was really telling in that interview when she said, this isn't just about me. Here I am thinking she about to say, this is about all Black people. This is about all of us, getting unfair shakes at the system. That's not what she said. She said, this isn't about me. This is about Kim Fox. This is about another Black prosecutor, another Black woman prosecutor, another Black woman prosecutor, and another Black woman prosecutor. It's like, lady, I'm sorry. Why is it that you think that the community should be protecting the prosecutors? In fact, it is the reverse. Actually, in fact, the community should be protected from the prosecutors. It is not the community's job to protect the fucking prosecutors. Like, make it make goddamn sense. Make it make sense. And again, that just goes to show you her mentality. This is not a we issue that Black folks writ large are being targeted and railroaded by the criminal and justice system. No, it is that Black people of a certain social position, of a certain class position, that's her big problem. It's the bougie niggas. They can't be targeted bougie niggas with law degrees. I mean, where does it end? Says Marilyn Mosby. Fuck the rest of y'all regular ass niggas, all y'all working poor class. Fuck y'all niggas. What about us, the prosecutors? If they come for us, who's next? Ooh, dude. Don't cry for me, Argentina. So anyway, we'll see how this how this plays out. We'll see how this plays out. But can I say not? See, and now I think I might actively be hating. Don't sign that fucking petition. If y'all see that shit, don't sign that shit. Don't sign that shit. Let the chips fall where they may. You know what I'm saying? I'm certainly not here to ridicule or mock in any way this lady's faith and her belief that God does not forsake the righteous. I just think she's a little mistaken as to who the righteous actually are. And if God doesn't meet her prayers, it's not because God let you down, baby. It's because you wasn't the righteous. Just something to think about there. So anyway, guys, that's the show. I want to thank you all so much for stopping by, for coming through. Shout out to everyone, not only that came to the 5K the hard way celebration bitches party. Thank you guys so much. But I did do my Twitch turn up on Wednesday. Shout out to Abby. Shout out to Rosalba. Shout out to DJ Six Sense. Shout out to Northern Witch and whoever and whomsoever came up in there. But we turned it up over on Twitch. So be looking for that. If you follow me on Twitch, what's up, Twitch? At BIDWKB on Twitch. Set your notifications because Wednesdays, I can't give you a time, unfortunately. I can't. I'm unable to commit at this moment to a time. But it'll be between 5 and 7 p.m. at somewhere in there, Eastern Standard Time. And you guys know in my previous life, like I was a radio, DJ. But and I did get to program some of my shit sometimes. And yes, that shit was quality. It was classic, dare I say. And the shit thumped. Anytime I got to program my own shit, already. So anyway, Abby already gave me the props. Abby said that she cleaned her whole house whilst listening to Kim's Twitch turn up on this Wednesday. So this past Wednesday. So anyway, go over to Twitch at BIDWKB. Set your notifications and your bells for that. And guys, for the 5K the hard way Zoom party, I actually think that we're gonna do that once a month. I know Infinite has raised concerns about the lack of an AMA over these past several months, and I know I owe. So I think, but I like the format much better of the Zoom party because we could see/hear everybody. It wasn't one way, right? Because the AMA is just me responding to y'all in the chat, but I don't like reading the chat. So I mean, I would rather see y'all smiling faces. So maybe I think we will do that. So we just did this for May. So June, we will do another Zoom party exclusive only for the patrons and for the channel members. So patreon.com/BIDWKB. If you want to join the channel as a member, you can get it on the Lolo and Patreon also on the Lolo for $2 a month. So yeah, you want to get down with the cool kids, do that, beloveds. Oh, somebody sent money. Let's see who this is. Come through, money. We appreciate it, y'all. And y'all know I say money, because we broke. We be excited to see money shit. We be excited. And who was that? Is that none other than Tina Lulu Mac? You better come through, Tina Lulu, with that crispy teeny 10. I love you, baby girl. Thank you so much, Tina Lulu. 5K, baby. We made it, Tina Lulu. Thank you so much. Driving home from work, y'all. Because Tina Lulu, guys, she be out here saving people. And she's congratulating us. Tina Lulu is one of our healthcare professionals. And as you guys see and heard, we had Alicia up here, as a caseworker. You guys, I am so impressed and awed and humbled at who are the viewers of this channel, the kind of work that y'all do, the kind of people that you are. The ways in which you help to spread the information, the ways in which you guys are learning and unlearning, because we're all in this process together. It's really it really makes me take a pause and really be very appreciative and grateful. And like I was telling the kids, I say the kids, but y'all know what I mean. I was telling our Fire Fam friends that was in the Zoom party with them, on Thursday. I said, you guys, it's to the point where I can't be like, no, you know what I'm saying? Niggas they don't be respecting. Niggas don't respect what I got to say out here. Niggas don't be listening to, oh shit, the niggas just sent money. I can't say that anymore because it's enough of y'all that have been over here supporting me for long enough. I can't say that I don't get no love or no respect because that's a lie. That is a lie. Y'all show me a lot of fucking love and a lot of respect and a lot of props. And that means so much, so much. So please know, like, any support, the time, the money, the chat, the comments, I appreciate that shit from the bottom of my heart because y'all don't have to give any of it. And you give it freely, and you give it without condition, and you give it understanding my limitations in a lot of ways, and y'all stay here. And I can't overstate that. Like, that just means so much to me. Oh shit. And wait a minute, hold on. Because this also means a lot to me. Why is this thing behaving like this? Because it doesn't like me, that's why. But that's okay. So anyway, hold on, I really want to acknowledge who just sent money. but the screen is not behaving in a way that I would appreciate. So anyway, I just wanted to say that. I think that says Quaker, but I can't exactly tell that at the moment. But whomsoever sent some money. The response is thank you. We appreciate it. We love and deeply appreciate all the support. Oh my God, somebody sent some more money. That is Dawn Bird. I can see Afraid Not. See, thank you so much, Dawn Bird. And y'all sending more money. Alicia, thank you guys. Guys, thank you all so much. And can I say this also? Me and Will have already we will say this again. You guys really helped out in the pinch that we needed to get Will a computer on the fly. And you guys came through like some bosses on that shit. And I want to thank you guys because where would we be? We wouldn't have nice mics and shit. We wouldn't have DSLRs and goddamn, like, y'all did this, and I can't tell you like how appreciative I am for this. So please know, we are going to continue to bring you guys the content that you guys want, the perspective that you want. I'm gonna get back on my interview, John. I know I haven't had nobody on here since Leroy Moore. Shout out to Crip Hop Nation. Leroy, you was the last person that came on here for an interview, baby. We haven't had nobody since Crip Hop Nation. And we're gonna work on that. And I might even ask the Reverend Doctor if the Reverend Doctor would come through, because I have never had Jared on this channel. So we might have the Reverend Doctor on. We might have a bunch of niggas on. It's a free for all out this motherfucker. Everybody get on. So anyway, that's the show, everybody. I love you guys to pieces. Please continued support to Black Power Media. Oh, that's the other thing I didn't fucking say. My bad. Cancel your goddamn YouTube memberships over there on BPM. Just go ahead and cancel them joints. And if you are able, please redirect your support away from YouTube on Black Power Media, and please direct it to the Patreon, patreon.com/Black Power Media. I know there had been some inquiries about who controls the Patreon. The Patreon is controlled by the other channel owners, which again, we are working to reshape the platform in a way that it is more of a worker collective, more of an equitable situation, more of an equitable distribution of the resources. So if you have any concerns about who is getting the Patreon stays home. Okay. You know what I'm saying? The name can go, but she can go, but the name stays. The name got my daddy blood on it. So patreon.com, if you guys would not mind canceling your YouTube memberships at Black Power Media. Go ahead and cancel them joints. If you got the email, YouTube gave you the out, beloveds. Hit cancel that membership. Redirect it kindly over to Black Power Media, patreon.com/Black Power Media. That is the request. Okay. You guys can do what you want, but that's the request, especially if you want to continue to help the channel and support the channel. BPM is demonetized for the next 90 days. So any support that you can direct over to Patreon, please do so. And I appreciate you guys supporting us here over at Burn It Down with Kim Brown. Okay. So we'll see you guys back here on Tuesday. Tomorrow, please tune in to Black Power Media for Saturdays with Renee, featuring the Reverend Dr. Jared Ball. These niggas say they got big shit popping and little shit ain't stopping. So they said they got something, they got a big surprise. So y'all got to tune in to see what the fucking surprise is. It's Saturdays with Renee, featuring Reverend Dr. Jared Ball on Black Power Media. Saturdays, I believe it's 11 a.m. So y'all go over there. Don't forget, set your bells and whistles for that. Okay. Thank you so much to Will and Molly for everything that you guys do. Thank you so much to all of you guys for watching and listening and being understanding and being real ones out here. Okay, gang? We'll see y'all back here Tuesday. See y'all later. Bye bye.